All right, let's talk about Drip. What is Drip? Drip is a customer relationship management tool, a CRM, if you will, and it allows you to basically communicate automatically with your target customer. And so, just going over general overview today, this is the screen you're going to see when you walk in. This is for one of my sites that's kind of just up and coming, but you have to install I'll say a pixel like they call it their web code snippet onto your website. So then you can see how many people have opened it, closed it, things like that as far as forms. And then you're going to see where they're coming from as well. Nice little feedback tool from that. So when you get here, you've got several different options. You have campaigns. You can do broadcasts, which is just a one-off email. You can manage your subscribers, any tags, anything you want with that. You can set up forms so that then you can use those forms to start campaigns, get new subscribers, embed those forms on your website. And then you have your automation, which is the workflows that we'll go over as well. But let's go over the campaigns first. And really, the campaigns are email systems getting set up that you can say just a general nurture sequence here. And basically, you set up a email campaign that you want, and the idea is that you have somebody opt in that's interested in your product, and then you can serve them emails over a period of time to introduce yourself, add more information, provide more value, things like that. And so when you get into there, you can see who's subscribed to there, what forms you have to opt in for that specific campaign, the emails as well. And then the settings are just when you want it to be sent, what days, things like that. And so you have all your emails, and these are all just set up that way. And then you can publish it, and then you can set how often you want those to be sent out immediately after the first one gets sent out. So this one gets sent out 5 days after the previous one, and so on and so forth. And so in that way, a person opts in, and then you can provide further education without having to go in and automatically send an email yourself. It'll do it automatically. You can add more emails to here. This is just a general sequence of introducing myself to someone who opted in for my podcast on my website. But again, it's just getting set up with that. So with the campaigns, then we can include them in our workflows, which we'll get to in a second. A broadcast is just a single email going out to a specific group of people that you want to send out to. So this is a certain blog, you might send it to a certain, if you have people who are interested in Instagram, you can send it that way. Or if you have people who are interested in X, you can send it only to X, or Y, you can separate it by tags. You can send it to everybody that's introduced to you. So you can send out one-off email that way. Manage your subscribers here. And in this one, the big thing here is that you can look at the tags or create custom fields so that when people opt in, you can get real specific information that way. Tags are probably the most important thing of this system, because then you can break down people who are interested in different things and target them specifically. You can customize the experience for every single tag on your opt-in form. So if somebody opts in for blogging basics, you can send them more information on blogging. If someone opts in for the YouTube, you can opt in for more on YouTube. So very, very powerful in that you can get extremely specific with your information that you are giving to a person, rather than just generalized information or having to go in and do it yourself. The forms, you can create forms that you have for Connect to learn more on online marketing. You can edit it. This is something you can embed on your website, anything that way. This is a widget. I don't have it embedded, but once you get that snippet code on your website, you can get that to work on your website. And so that's going to be a preview of that. You can also just have a hosted one where you look at the actual page and what that looks like as well. And those forms will basically trigger either your automation, a campaign, or an email, and then they're on your list. And getting probably to the most powerful portion of this, the workflows. Workflow is great. And so if we look in here, this is basically, you can set up any number of triggers to then add value. So this is something that's a pretty straightforward one. You can get pretty crazy with it, but they basically, somebody opted in, and this is technically synced with lead pages. What I like about Drip is that it actually has a ton of integrations. So you sync something, you don't have to. You could always use your form as well. But you have a trigger, and then that trigger sets off a series of events. And so this one gets applied with a tag, they get applied with a second tag, and then a third tag. And then they send a notification email to me to let somebody know that they opted in. And then they're sent a campaign. And that's a campaign we set up in the campaign section earlier, that could then deliver some value with that. You could set up, and if we click here, what is awesome is an action. So you could send off an email, it could apply a tag, it could be any number of actions. And when you click on that, you can say any of the integrations could perform an action. So Drip could do it, Facebook could do it. What I love about Drip is that they integrate very closely with Facebook, and you could create somebody who add to a custom audience or remove from a custom audience. And in that way, if you have people that opt in and you want to include them in like a retargeting or a remarketing type of situation, you could definitely do that easily. And so you could certainly use that as far as an action from Drip to do it, whereas you could apply a tag, you could delete somebody, flag as a prospect, move from a campaign, record events, restart a campaign, send a notification email, send a one-off email, start another workflow, any number of triggers that could be possible with this. And they integrate very, very closely with a ton of different things. You could set up a goal, and if they become a customer or do something that it bypasses everything and jumps in it right into that. So then they're not getting needless emails. Say you're sending somebody that's potentially a customer some emails and then they become a customer. You don't want to continue to try and sell them because you already have sold them. That bypasses those actions. You could also make decisions. Oops. Get rid of this really quick. You can make decisions or forks. So if they have this and don't have that, they go down one path. If they have something, they go down another path. You can make a delay so that it waits to fire those sorts of things. Or if, say, they have a fork, they do that, you can exit them on one side and do some other. Really some awesome opportunities to check that out. So one of my favorite things about this is the price. Oops. So if you look at the price here, what I love about this is that you can start for free. It literally, for up to 100 subscribers, you can get all this built out. And what I think it overall is a very available price for most things. But if you're a small business just getting started, this is an extremely good price. And you can set up all your campaigns, all your workflows. It's full value. Everything is set up. So you could get every part of your back-end system set up before you ever start incurring a charge or asking people to sign up. And that's what I'm doing right here with this one. You can basically hire for free a new employee, and that employee will never get sick. They'll work 24/7. They'll never make mistakes, and they'll do exactly what you tell them. So if you're interested, there is a link below to check out Drip. I think it's amazing. Yes, I am an affiliate for them because I believe so strongly in it, and I believe so strongly in it that I've actually created a course. So you could go in and kind of learn everything yourself, or you could kind of follow along with my course. It is, as of the recording, getting pre-sold, but hopefully as you're watching this, already launched. And if you're interested, you could learn that. Both of those links are going to be below. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and happy automating.